guys for coming out. I'm Katie Jimenez. I'm going to introduce our speakers today. We are out here at Williamson County Annex, at the Jester Annex to early vote. We do have some candidates out here today that are going to speak. We're so lucky we got Jean Wu also out here to come and support us, so we were very excited. So this is the last weekend and only weekend for early voting, so make sure you vote early. We do have election day on the 3rd, so early voting ends on the 27th. Our goal here is to vote them out, so super excited to introduce our first speaker today is Matthias. He's running for House District 20.
Hello everybody. Everybody here should know me, but my name is Matthias Early. I am the son of Justin Early, proudly. One of the people I had met on the campaign trail had asked me, oh, you're only 21, you haven't experienced life enough, you don't know what's going on. But trust me, my eyes have been open for a long time. And what better person to help fix our education system than the person who's the most recent product of that education system? Growing up, I have seen through middle school, through high school, through my college, how each legislature impacted the people around me in the school systems the programs that were provided by school. And the second thing I tell people is whenever I was really little, I wanted to be a doctor. More than anything, I want to be a doctor. For the cliche reason, I want to help people. But whenever I started working in the healthcare field, I worked in the emergency room, I worked in these different hospitals, and I felt like I could do more through politics. So I changed my major to political science. I chose political science not because I thought I'd get rich, not because, people definitely didn't tell me to do it, but because I wanted to study these different systems. Because I know that healthcare and education, the two things I'm running on, are not the extent of our problems. Our problems go far, far beneath that. And whenever I studied political science, I saw the different ways our country could be. Not just from across the seas, not just from in the past, but new ideas, fresh ideas. And that is who I am, being this young person. Because although experience is great, and you want doctors and lawyers in your house, it goes deeper than that. Because those people with experience comes fog. They can't see what could be, what imagination can do for them. And I'll tell a quick story. When I was 12 years old, I had a staph infection right here in my spine. I got really, really sick, and I went to the doctor. My mother was very upset that she had to take me to the emergency room. But when they first brought me in, they saw me, and they said, oh, we think it's just the flu, we're going to send him out. But right before they kicked me out, they checked my blood, and they saw that I was septic. I began having organ failure, and I was on the verge of death. Time went on. I was in the hospital for 3 weeks, and I still had to have an IV connected to my arm for the next 6 months. But what I realized from that experience, after my father told me it would cost almost $1 million just for that 3 weeks in the hospital, is how many other people's family don't have health insurance. How many other people's mother said, oh, what if it's just the flu? I don't want to spend $1 million on the chance that you might just get over it. I would be dead right now if my parents didn't have health insurance because they're not ready to go. Our current system is not just a system that is hurting the poor. It is also hurting the rich. It is a toxic system based on exploitation, created by people who are exploiters. Exploiters from race, from sexism, a system that only flows wealth upwards. I am running for the House because I don't just want to be, healthcare, education, Band-Aids on bullet holes. I want to fix the system. I want to imagine a system beyond. So what can you do as voters for me to help my cause? Invest in early and think beyond.
Awesome.
All right, everyone. So our next speaker is going to be Chris Jimenez. I might be a little bit extra excited about this one as I am his wife. So Chris is a native Texan. He's running for House District 52. He is not in a contested race, so please vote for him regardless because he's on the ballot. So here is my husband, Chris.
Hello, everybody. As she said, my name is Chris Jimenez. I'm running for House District 52 to represent you.
Woo!
Thank you. Like Matthias said earlier, There's systems here that are broken. We've been given a blueprint on how we're supposed to live our lives. And a lot of us have followed that blueprint. And we've done everything right according to that blueprint. Even with doing things right, we're still held down. We can't afford our groceries. Our electric bills are going through the roof. Resources are being given up to corporations. And the way I see that is just like Matthias said, this is a top and bottom problem. This is a problem with the haves and the have-nots. I believe that they took too much. There's systems in place that they use to siphon us out. They siphon our money, they siphon our energy, and we become too complicit with what they do. Having said that, I also have a health crisis that I'd gone through myself. My grandfather used to own a dry cleaners in Houston, Texas, along Hardy Toll Road. When I was a kid, I was sick. I had to go to the hospital, and my parents couldn't afford the bills. So my grandfather sold his van delivery fleet that he used to deliver his dry cleaning to the police department in Houston to save me. And just like Matthias, I got to live. But that's because we could scrounge up the money. And what happens if you can't? What happens if you can't? You're expected to die or get over it. And that's not the American way. That's not the Texas way. We take care of our people, and that's what we're supposed to do. That's all we're asking for, right? To love thy neighbor, to care for your neighbor. And when you do that, everybody prospers. When everybody's doing well, we all prosper. And I think that's been forgotten. And so that's why I decided to throw my hat in the race for HD 52. Woo! Thank you.
So,
All right, and so our next speaker today is House Minority Leader Gene Wu. He was instrumental in the walkout to help with all the redistricting stuff. So we are so happy that we have brave people out here running on our ticket. So super excited to.
Yeah. Yes. Amen. Hey everybody, my name is Gene Wu. I'm a state rep out of Houston. I also lead the Democrats in the Texas House. Yeah. Probably a lot of y'all saw me last summer when we started all this stuff. When we walked out of the state and said we will not be a part of the process. We are going to do everything we can to stop Donald Trump, stop Greg Abbott, and stop the Republicans from trying to steal our nation from us. Yeah. And at the time, you know, that was the only thing we could do at that moment, right? And since then, we've watched the entire country change. We've watched what's happened in California with Prop 50, what happened in Virginia, what happened in Georgia, what happened in Florida, and all over the country. What happened in Minnesota. And right now, people are still asking me, what should we be doing? How should we fight? And I tell them, look, I don't have a magic 8-ball. I don't have some mysterious secret plan. I know what we need to do to win. I know what we need to do on what's right in front of us and what the right thing is. But I don't have a magic strategy. We need to do everything we can. But I know there's something we can do right now at this moment. If we want to make a big change, if we want to end this sooner rather than later, we have something we can do right now, because we can't wait 12 months. We can't wait for next January. We can't wait for next November, this coming November. We may not have a country by this November. We need to take action now. And here's what it is. We need everybody. Everybody, if you love this country, if you say what's going on right now is not us, this is not who we are, this is not what being an American means, there's something you can do right now. Go vote in a Democratic primary right now in Texas. Because let me tell you this. The Republicans, every single election cycle, talk about how they can predict how the election is going to turn out by the lopsided turnout of Republicans in their primary versus Democrats in our primary. And in my district, Republicans, even though it's a Democratic district, Republicans turn out in their primary way more than Democrats do. What's happening right now is that now has completely flipped upside down. In my district, Democrats are now claim out twice as much as Republicans, right?
Yeah.
We can't stop there. We need more. We need more and more and more. We need every single person. I don't care if you're a Democrat or not a Democrat, or you hate Democrats, or you're a Republican, or you're MAGA. I don't care. If you want to send a message right now to the Republicans who will have to run for re-election in November, you send them a message right now that we are angry and we are going to hold you accountable if you do not act.
Yeah.
Right? Every single person that comes out right now and votes in the Democratic primary is one more warning to the Republicans in Congress right now, telling them you must impeach him now. Not in a year, not in 6 months. Let's impeach him now. Let's not wait until the thousands of hours of videos come out from the Epstein files. Let's not wait till the end to do something. Let's do it now. And let's send the message. Come out and vote in the Democratic primary. Send a strong warning message to all Republicans everywhere, but especially in Congress, that they have to take action now if they want to show us that their oath, that the oath that they took when they were sworn in was an oath to this nation and to the American people and not to Donald Trump. If they want to prove that, tell us you're going to vote for impeachment right now. And let me say this. I know there's people out there's MAGA and former MAGA, who are now waking up to what's going on right now. And let me tell you, buddy, you don't get to walk away that easy. And I know that all of you said, well, this is not what we voted for. This is not us.
Right.
But you voted for it.
Yeah.
You can say, I was fooled, I was lied to, I was conned. But you were also warned.
Yeah.
And you know what? In my culture, when you fuck up this bad, you come and fix it. You don't get to walk away. You have to come and help fix the mess that you created. And you're going to come out and you're going to donate. You're going to come out and you're going to volunteer. You're going to knock on doors. You're going to make phone calls. You're going to call other former MAGA and tell them that we messed up and we got to fix it. And this is what you're going to do. I don't care you don't like Democrats. But you are going to come out and help and support the only people that have stood there the entire time and said no. Stood here the entire time and warned you that all this was going to happen. I don't care that you're not a Democrat. I don't care that you hate Democrats. You're going to help the only people who are fighting for this country and fighting to put everything back the way it was. Because if you say that this is not us, if you say that this is not who we are, I don't want to hear your words. I want to see your actions.
Yeah.
We're Americans. We take responsibility for ourselves. And when we say this is a land of the people, by the people, and for the people, that means something. We're Americans. This is the United States of America. And once again, we will become the beacon on the hill. Never forget. And next up, someone who, after already serving this country and sacrificing for his country, when he saw that our nation was in danger again, he stepped up again. I want to bring up congressional candidate Justin Early.
That was amazing, and thank you guys for being here. The rally, this is called the Vote Them Out rally. And just as Gene had said, and just as Chris had said, just as Matthias Jonah had said, this is the time for us to change things now. This is the time for us to be concerned for our neighbors. And this is the time for us to fight for our rights. We've heard stories about parents who've done what they could to save their children. We've heard stories of people who've broken quorum to leave the state to stand by their values. These are not heartwarming stories. These are stories of fight. These are stories of inspiration. And these are stories that carry us forward. Every generation has a test. We are now waking up to our test. Today we have people who are literally in the Epstein class who believe themselves to be above the law.
Yep.
No one is above the law.
Right.
Today we have billionaires who are the most free people in the entire world. Yet we convince ourselves that we are free here. We are not in a free system. So we have real freedom at risk. And today we have the opportunity to move beyond and do better. So my name is Justin Early. I'm running for Congressional District 31 right here in Central Texas. I grew up in Bell County. I grew up in graduate high school in Williamson County. And today, while I'm running for this seat, I've been seeing some amazing things happen. As Gene had said, his district is outpacing Republicans. And traditionally in Bell County, what happens is Republicans outpace Democrats 3-1. We are on par as Democrats with them today. We need more, absolutely. So what it's going to take is all of us here today to stand up and do something. Everyone can do something. Where this is not just talking about what we can say online. This is not just being in our own closeted little areas. This is about action. This is about movement. Because we are that movement. This is what we can do today. We have real freedom at risk. We have real liberty at risk. And the pursuit of happiness has been sold to those who have more happiness than you can ever imagine. So we need to fight for our freedom.
That's right.
We need to demand our liberty. And we need to ensure that our government looks for our pursuit of our happiness. My name is Justin Early. Again, I'm running for Congressional District 31. We have some amazing people up here, but I want to let you know that you are amazing as well, because we cannot do this without you. We cannot move forward without you. Everyone has a part. We appreciate all the donations, all the work, all the block walking, all the phone banking that you can do, because your neighbors need to hear from you. Your neighbors need to understand that they are not alone, because right now in this dark time, people feel alone. And the best thing we can do for them is to let them know that there are people here who care for them. And those people are on the Democratic Party. I am running in a congressional district with a contested primary, but I guarantee you, regardless of who wins, I will support every single Democrat to make sure our rights are defended, to make sure our freedom is our freedom, and to make sure our liberty is there for us, and the pursuit of happiness is ours again. Thank you very much for coming out here. I want to say a thank you. I want you to appreciate yourselves as well. We are looking for people to help us and move forward. And thank you very much. My name is Justin Early. Thank you.